Long division with number chips. This is the Valentine's Day version. This is a digital lesson and is long division with remainders. So this walks students through the steps, and it's a lot of fun for the students because they get to move these colorful chips around their screen in order to solve their division problems. So the lesson starts out with some vocabulary, dividend, divisor, and quotient, and it shows students on slide 3 where these numbers go in the problem. So the first number, the dividend, goes in the box. So they're just going to start out with placing the numbers correctly, and that's all they have to do on slide 3. They also get a little practice moving these number chips. So every number they need is on every slide. So if they get to the end of a division problem and the numbers aren't working, they know they've made an error somewhere and they need to go back and check. So in that way, it's self-checking. So on this slide, all they're going to do is move the number chips. So they just click and hold on the edge, and they're just going to show where these numbers go in the problem. So 52 divided by 7, and 65 divided by 4, 32 divided by 7. So just some practice on that slide. And then it gives students that acronym dad, mom, sister, brother in order to learn the steps of long division: divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. And they're going to get a lot of practice doing this. So the first step is just to divide. So this is pretty easy. There's only 3 choices here. So they start with 45 divided by 6. Well, the division 6 goes into 45, not evenly, but it will go into 45 7 times with some left over. 7 goes into 38 5 times with some left over. And 5 goes into 6 1 time. The next slide, they're just going to do the first 2 steps. So they have a problem here, 36 divided by 8. So at this point, they know where the numbers go, so they're just going to place the numbers in the problem. 36 divided by 8. They've done that first step, so just to divide, 8 goes into 36 4 times, so they're going to move the 4. Now the next step is to multiply. So they're just going to multiply these numbers on the outside of the box, 8 times 4, and they get 32. So that is just the first 2 steps. The next slide has the same problem, but they're going to move on to the third step. So here they already know what to do. They're going to place their numbers again. 36 divided by 8. They're going to divide. 8 goes into 36 4 times. They did this on the previous slide. Multiply, they get 32. So now they're going to move on to the next step. And the next step is to subtract. So if they subtract 36 minus 32, they get 4. And this problem's already finished then, so the quotient is 4. Quotient's up here. So the answer is 4, remainder 4. So these problems get a little bit more difficult as they go. So it starts out easy and then it moves them into more difficult problems. So they get lots of practice. And then the next slide is 46 divided by 5. So again, they're going to divide, multiply, they're going to subtract, and then they've got their answer. Okay, a little bit more practice. When they get to slide 11, they're going to be using that bring down step. So here they have 55 divided by 3. So they just start by placing the numbers. They know how to do that. 3 goes into 5 1 time. They're going to multiply, subtract, and then the next step is to bring down. Then they're going to start the steps all over again. Okay, they're going to divide. 3 goes into 25 8 times. Multiply for the second step. Subtract. And they've got their answer 18, remainder 1. So you can go through these with the students. You could put this on the big screen while the students are doing this on their own. Do some problems together and then have them do some on their own if you like. And then they're just going to practice. So again, they've got every number they need, and they need to use every single number. So that is long division with number chips and with remainders and the Valentine's Day version.